হ্যালো এভরিবডি, ওয়েলকাম টু মাই ইউটিউব চ্যানেল সন্দীপ চন্দ্র SVHS। 2024 সালে গ্রীষ্মের ছুটির সময় যে সামার প্রজেক্টগুলি করতে হবে স্টুডেন্টদের, সেই সামার প্রজেক্টের টপিকগুলো কী আছে সেই নিয়ে আমাদের ভিডিও। এর আগে ক্লাস 9-10-এর জন্য যে প্রজেক্টগুলো আছে সেই নিয়ে ভিডিও আমি করেছি। আজকের ভিডিওতে থাকছে সামার প্রজেক্টস ফর ক্লাস 7 অ্যান্ড ক্লাস 8। প্রত্যেকটা যে টপিক আছে প্রত্যেকটা টপিকেরই এখানে ম্যাটারগুলো আমি বলে দেবো। আশা করি তোমরা এই টপিকগুলোর উপর থেকে স্কুল থেকে যেগুলোকে বলবে সেগুলোকে তোমরা রেডি করে রাখবে, যাতে করে সামার ভ্যাকেশন এর পরে স্কুল রিওপেন হলে তোমরা সেই প্রজেক্টগুলোকে স্কুলে জমা দিতে পারো। তাই ভিডিওটিকে কমপ্লিট দেখো। যারা চ্যানেলে নতুন এসেছো তারা অবশ্যই চ্যানেলকে সাবস্ক্রাইব করে নিও। তোমাদের যদি কোনো টপিকের অ্যান্সার দরকার পড়ে, বিশেষ করে ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ গ্রুপের ওপরে, তাহলে অবশ্যই তোমরা এই ভিডিওর কমেন্টে লিখে জানিও। আমি তোমাদের জন্য সেই টপিকের ভিডিও অবশ্যই করে দেবো। তা প্রথমে আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি প্রজেক্ট ফর ক্লাস 7 অ্যান্ড 8 আসছে সায়েন্স টপিক। প্রথমে এখানে 3টে কলাম আছে। প্রথমটা হচ্ছে সাজেস্টেড টপিক, মাঝে রয়েছে অ্যাডিশনাল ইনস্ট্রাকশন, মানে প্রথমটা হচ্ছে কি টপিকের উপর করতে হবে এবং সেই টপিকের উপর কাজ করার ক্ষেত্রে কি কি ইনস্ট্রাকশনগুলো দেয়া আছে সেগুলোকে মাথায় রাখতে হবে। এবং 3 নম্বর যে কলাম রয়েছে সেখানে বলা আছে মোড অফ অ্যাসেসমেন্ট, অর্থাৎ কিভাবে শিক্ষক মহাশয় জিনিসটাকে মানে অ্যাসেসমেন্ট করবে, নাম্বারটা কিভাবে দেবেন সেই জিনিসটা। তো আমি এক এক করে 3টে টপিককে পড়ে যাচ্ছি। প্রথম যেটা রয়েছে দেখো, investigate the properties of light by exploring how it travels and reflects and create a model of a periscope or kaleidoscope। মডেল তৈরি করতে হবে, বুঝতেই পারছো। অ্যাডিশনাল ইনস্ট্রাকশন দেখো, রাইট এ রিপোর্ট অর ক্রিয়েট এ মডেল অফ এ পেরিস্কোপ অর ক্যালাইডোস্কোপ, include information on the properties of light, sources used and any important data or facts, use appropriate vocabulary and terminology। Mode of assessment রয়েছে evaluate understanding of the properties of light and ability to apply knowledge to create a model, evaluate accuracy and completeness of information presented, evaluate use of appropriate vocabulary and terminology। 2 নম্বর টপিক রয়েছে study the different types of rocks and minerals found in your region and create a collection of samples with labels। এর জন্য অ্যাডিশনাল ইনফরমেশন বা ইনস্ট্রাকশন যেটা দেওয়া আছে সেটা হলো create a collection of rock and mineral samples with labels, organize information in a clear and logical manner, include information on the types of rocks and minerals found in your region, sources used and any important data or facts, use appropriate vocabulary and terminology। অ্যাসেসমেন্ট কিভাবে হবে, evaluate organization and completeness of rock and mineral collection and levels, evaluate accuracy and completeness of information presented, evaluate use of appropriate vocabulary and terminology। পরের সাজেস্টেড টপিক দেখো, explore the concept of renewable energy and create a model of solar cooker or windmill। মিডল যে কলামটা আছে সেখানে বলা আছে create a model of a solar cooker or windmill, include information on renewable energy, sources used and any important data or facts, use appropriate vocabulary and terminology। 3 নম্বর কলামে আছে evaluate accuracy and completeness of information presented, evaluate understanding of renewable energy concepts and ability to apply knowledge to create a model, evaluate use of appropriate vocabulary and terminology। পরের টপিক হচ্ছে investigate the different parts of a plant and their functions and create a diagram of a plant cell। মিডিল কলামে রয়েছে create a diagram of a plant cell and include information on the different parts of a plant and their functions, organize information in a clear and logical manner, include sources used and any important data or facts, use appropriate vocabulary and terminology। 3 নম্বর কলামে রয়েছে evaluate accuracy and completeness of information presented, evaluate understanding of plant anatomy and ability to apply knowledge to create a diagram, evaluate use of appropriate vocabulary and terminology. পরের টপিক, study the properties of magnets and create a model of simple motor. মিডিলে বলা আছে create a model of a simple motor and include information on the properties of magnets. Organize information in a clear and logical manner. Include sources used and any important data or facts. Use appropriate vocabulary and terminology. 3 নম্বর কলামে আছে evaluate accuracy and completeness of information presented. Evaluate understanding of the properties of magnets and ability to apply knowledge to create a model. Evaluate the use of appropriate vocabulary and terminology. পরের টপিক রয়েছে pick a topic from below and learn more about it from your textbook or the internet. Make a chart or model describing what you learned. টপিকগুলো কি আছে? flotation of buoyancy of different objects and its importance in different areas of life. তারপরে বলা আছে Archimedes' principles and its practical application. তারপরে বলা আছে sources of protein and their uses in human body. তারপরে আছে formation of fossil fuels and their present condition. তারপরে আছে diversities of prey predator relationship in biological world. তারপরে আছে mode of transmission of different epidemics and its relationship with different animals. এতে যে additional instruction সেটা কি আছে? create a chart, model or other visual representation of your findings. Organize information in a clear and logical manner. Include information on the topic, sources used and any important data or facts. Use appropriate vocabulary and terminology. Mode of evaluation, evaluate clarity and organization of chart or model. Evaluate accuracy and completeness of information presented. Evaluate understanding of the topic and ability to apply knowledge to create a visual representation. চলে আসছি আমরা পরের যে টপিক রয়েছে সেটা হলো সোশ্যাল সায়েন্সের ওপরে। সাজেস্টেড টপিক দেখো, ইনভেস্টিগেট দ্য ইম্প্যাক্ট অফ আরবানাইজেশন অন দ্য এনভায়রনমেন্ট ইন ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গল অ্যান্ড সাজেস্ট ওয়েজ টু প্রমোট সাস্টেনেবল ডেভেলপমেন্ট। Additional instruction, use reliable sources to gather information on the topic. Organize findings in a clear and logical manner. Include suggestions for promoting sustainable development. Use appropriate vocabulary and terminology. Mode of assessment, evaluate clarity and organization of writing or presentation. Evaluate accuracy and completeness of information presented. Evaluate understanding of the impact of urbanization on the environment and ability to propose solutions. পরের টপিক, study the Indian freedom struggle and create a chart that shows the different phases of the movement. এর উপরে additional instruction রয়েছে, use reliable sources to gather information on the topic. Organize findings in a clear and logical manner. Include key events and figures in the movement. Use appropriate vocabulary and terminology. Mode of assessment, evaluate clarity and organization of chart. Evaluate accuracy and completeness of information presented. Evaluate understanding of Indian freedom struggle and ability to create a visual representation. পরের টপিক হচ্ছে স্টাডি দ্য ডিফারেন্ট ফর্মস অফ গভর্নমেন্ট ইনক্লুডিং ডেমোক্রেসি, মনার্কি অ্যান্ড ডিক্টেটরশিপ অ্যান্ড ক্রিয়েট এ চার্ট দ্যাট শোজ দ্য কি ফিচার্স অফ ইচ। মিডল কলামে বলা আছে ইউজ রিলায়েবল সোর্সেস টু গ্যাদার ইনফরমেশন অন দ্য টপিক, অর্গানাইজ ফাইন্ডিংস ইন এ ক্লিয়ার অ্যান্ড লজিক্যাল ম্যানার, ইনক্লুড key features and examples of each type of government, use appropriate vocabulary and terminology. Assessment হচ্ছে evaluate clarity and organization of chart, evaluate accuracy and completeness of information presented, evaluate understanding of different forms of government and ability to create a visual representation. পরের টপিক হচ্ছে investigate the structure of the Indian government including its executive, legislative and judicial branches and create a diagram that shows how they work together. Middle column রয়েছে use reliable sources to gather information on the topic, organize findings in a clear and logical manner, include key roles and responsibilities of each branch, use appropriate vocabulary and terminology. Assessment বলা আছে evaluate clarity and organization of diagram, evaluate accuracy and completeness of information presented, evaluate understanding of the structure of Indian government and ability to create a visual representation. পরের টপিক রয়েছে study the importance of voting and civic responsibility and create a poster that encourages people to participate in elections. Middle point রয়েছে use reliable sources to gather information on the topic, organize findings in a clear and logical manner, include information on the importance of voting and civic responsibility, create a visual appealing poster that encourages people to participate in elections, use appropriate vocabulary and terminology. Assessment হচ্ছে evaluate clarity and organization of poster, evaluate accuracy and completeness of information presented, evaluate ability to create a visual appealing and effective poster that promotes civic responsibility. পরের টপিক হচ্ছে ম্যাথামেটিক্স। এখান থেকে সাজেস্টেড টপিকগুলো হলো use simple geometry to design a maze or obstacle course and have friends or family members try to complete it. Additional instruction, use graph paper to sketch out a plan for the maze or obstacle course, include measurements and angles used, provide clear instructions for completing the maze or obstacle course, be creative and have fun. Mode of assessment, evaluate creativity and complexity of the maze or obstacle course, evaluate clarity and instructions provided, evaluate ability to apply knowledge of geometry to create a fun and challenging activity. পরের টপিক হচ্ছে investigate the properties of triangles including their angles and sides and create a chart that shows the different types of triangles. এখানে additional information হচ্ছে research and identify different types of triangles, create a chart that includes information on the number of sides, angles and properties of each type of triangle. Use appropriate mathematical vocabulary and terminology. Mode of assessment হচ্ছে evaluate accuracy and completeness of information presented in the chart, evaluate understanding of different types of triangles and their properties, evaluate use of appropriate mathematical vocabulary and terminology. পরের টপিক study the concept of symmetry and create a design that showcases different types of symmetry found in Indian art and architecture. Additional যে instruction সেটা হলো research and identify different types of symmetry found in Indian art and architecture, create a design that showcases different types of symmetry, include information about the types of symmetry used in the significance of these designs in Indian art and architecture, use appropriate terminology and vocabulary. Assessment হচ্ছে evaluate accuracy and completeness of information presented in the design, evaluate understanding of different types of symmetry and their use in Indian art and architecture, evaluate use of appropriate terminology and vocabulary. পরের টপিক হচ্ছে investigate the properties of circles including radius, diameter and circumference and create a model of a clock that shows these properties. Additional instruction হলো research and identify the properties of circles including radius, diameter and circumference. Create a model of a clock that accurately displays these properties. Label each part of the clock and include appropriate measurements. Use appropriate mathematical vocabulary and terminology. Assessment হচ্ছে evaluate accuracy and completeness of information presented in the model. Evaluate understanding of the properties of circles and their use in creating a clock. Evaluate use of appropriate mathematical vocabulary and terminology. পরের টপিক হচ্ছে study the properties of different types of polygons including squares, rectangles and pentagons and create a collection of models that showcase these shapes. Additional instruction হচ্ছে research and identify different types of polygons including squares, rectangles and pentagons. Create a collection of models that accurately display the properties of these shapes. Label each part of the model and include appropriate measurement. Use appropriate mathematical vocabulary and terminology. Mode of assessment হচ্ছে evaluate accuracy and completeness of information presented in the models. Evaluate understanding of the properties of different types of polygons and their use in creating the model. Evaluate use of appropriate mathematical vocabulary and terminology. এবার আসছি আমরা ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজে। সাজেস্টেড টপিক হচ্ছে conduct an interview with a family member or friend in English. Record it and write a summary of the conversation. Additional instruction: choose a family member or friend to interview and prepare a list of questions beforehand. Record the conversation using a phone or other device and transcribe the relevant portions. Write a summary of the conversation including key points and interesting details. Use appropriate vocabulary and grammar. এর সঙ্গে মোড অফ অ্যাসেসমেন্ট হচ্ছে evaluate clarity and accuracy of summary, evaluate ability to conduct an interview and use appropriate English vocabulary and grammar. পরের টপিক রয়েছে read a book or a short story in English and create a book report summarizing the plot, characters and theme. Additional instruction: choose a book or short story to read and take notes on the plot, characters and theme. Organize your notes into a clear and logical summary of the book. Include your personal opinions and thoughts on the book. Use appropriate vocabulary and grammar. Mode of evaluation হচ্ছে evaluate clarity and organization of book report, evaluate ability to summarize plot, characters and theme and use appropriate English vocabulary and grammar. তারপরের টপিক হলো read the editorial page of any English newspaper and write the meanings of at least 5 new words. Additional instruction: choose an editorial to read and identify at least 5 new words. Look up the meaning of these words and write them down. Use the new words in your own sentences to demonstrate understanding. Use appropriate vocabulary and grammar. Mode of assessment: evaluate accuracy and completeness of word definitions. Evaluate ability to use new words correctly in sentences and use appropriate English vocabulary and grammar. Next topic হচ্ছে write a letter to a friend or family member in English using simple phrases and vocabulary you have learned. Additional instruction হচ্ছে choose a friend or family member to write to and think about what you want to say. Write a letter in English using simple phrases and vocabulary you have learned. Include personal information and ask questions. Use appropriate vocabulary and grammar. Mode of assessment হচ্ছে evaluate clarity and accuracy of letter. Evaluate ability to use appropriate English vocabulary and grammar and convey personal information effectively. পরের টপিক হচ্ছে research a famous tourist destination and write a travel guide in English. Additional instruction হচ্ছে choose a famous tourist destination and research information about it. Write a travel guide in English including information on attractions, accommodations and local customs. use appropriate vocabulary and grammar, include images or or maps if possible. Mode of assessment হচ্ছে evaluate clarity and accuracy of travel guide, evaluate ability to research or organize information, use appropriate English vocabulary and grammar, and effectively convey information about a tourist destination. তারপরে আসছে সারাউন্ডিং এনভায়রনমেন্ট, সাজেস্টেড টপিক প্রথমটা, study the effects of weather patterns on the local environment and create a chart or graph that shows changes over time. Additional instruction include information on the types of weather patterns studied and their effects on the local environment. Use appropriate scientific vocabulary, provide a clear and accurate representation of data. Mode of assessment হচ্ছে evaluate clarity and organization of chart or graph, evaluate accuracy and completeness of data presented, evaluate understanding of the relationship between weather patterns and the environment. পরের টপিক হচ্ছে study the impact of air pollution on the health of people and animals in urban areas of West Bengal and create a poster that highlights the issue. Additional instruction হচ্ছে include information on the sources and types of air pollution in urban areas of West Bengal. Provide examples of the impact on human and animal health. Use appropriate visuals and graphics to support the message. Include suggestions for reducing air pollution. Mode of assessment হচ্ছে evaluate clarity and organization of poster, evaluate accuracy and completeness of information presented, evaluate understanding of the impact of air pollution on human and animal health. পরের টপিক হচ্ছে investigate the impact of deforestation and habitat destruction on the biodiversity of West Bengal and create a presentation that suggests ways to protect the environment. Additional instruction include information on the causes and effects of deforestation and habitat destruction in West Bengal. Provide examples of the impact on biodiversity, include suggestions for protecting the environment and promoting sustainable practices. Use appropriate visuals and graphics to support the message. এর সঙ্গে মোড অফ অ্যাসেসমেন্ট রয়েছে ইভ্যালুয়েট ক্ল্যারিটি অ্যান্ড অর্গানাইজেশন অফ presentation, evaluate accuracy and completeness of information presented, evaluate understanding of the impact of deforestation and habitat destruction on biodiversity. পরের টপিক হচ্ছে investigate the impact of climate change on the Sundarbans mangrove forest, a UNESCO World Heritage Site located in West Bengal, and create a poster that highlights the issue. এর সঙ্গে অ্যাডিশনাল ইনস্ট্রাকশন হচ্ছে include information on the causes and effects of climate change on Sundarbans mangrove forest, provide examples of the impact on the environment and local communities, use appropriate visuals and graphics to support the message, include suggestions for reducing the impact of climate change on the forest. Mode of assessment হচ্ছে evaluate clarity and organization of poster, evaluate accuracy and completeness of information presented, evaluate understanding of the impact of climate change on the Sundarbans mangrove forest. পরের টপিক হচ্ছে investigate the local flora and fauna of West Bengal, including birds, insects and plants, and create a field guide that showcases different species. Additional instruction হচ্ছে include information on the different types of flora and fauna studied, provide accurate description and images of different species, use appropriate scientific vocabulary, organize the field guide in a clear and logical manner. পরে আসছি আমরা হেলথ অ্যান্ড ফিজিক্যাল এডুকেশনে। সাজেস্টেড টপিক create an awareness campaign on child protection against sexual offences and prepare a report outlining preventive measures and safety protocols. Additional instruction include information on different forms of sexual offences, impact on victims and ways to report and seek help. Design campaign materials such as posters, pamphlets or social media posts. Use age appropriate language and graphics. পরের টপিক হচ্ছে research the history and benefits of yoga, as a traditional Indian practice and create a poster or presentation showcasing its significance. Additional instruction include information on the origin and evolution of yoga as well as its physical, mental and spiritual benefits. Use appropriate visuals and designs to highlight the key points. Ensure that the presentation is age appropriate and engaging. পরের টপিক হচ্ছে ক্রিয়েট এ প্রজেক্ট অন কনজিউমার প্রোটেকশন including consumer rights, responsibilities and ways to avoid fraud and scams. Additional instruction হচ্ছে include information on common consumer issues and complaints and ways to resolve them. Create a plan for protecting oneself as a consumer and preventing fraud and scams. Use appropriate language and examples to illustrate key points. পরের টপিক create an awareness campaign on the negative impact of using plastic carry bags and develop an awareness campaign promoting eco-friendly alternative. এর সঙ্গে additional instruction রয়েছে include information on the environmental impact of plastic bags, alternative available and ways to reduce plastic usage. Design campaign materials such as posters, pamphlets or social media posts. Use age appropriate language and graphics. Next topic হচ্ছে create a project on awareness campaign for using plastic carry bags. Additional instruction include information on the harmful impact of plastic bags on the environment and ways to reduce plastic uses. Create a plan for promoting awareness about the negative impact of plastic bags and encouraging people to switch to eco-friendly alternatives. Use appropriate language and examples to illustrate key points. Next topic হচ্ছে create a my aim chart based on your career interest and passions. Refer to the career guidance portal on Bangla Shikha for the same. Additional instruction create a chart that includes your career interests and passions along with information on the education and training required for different career paths. Refer to the career guidance portal on Bangla Shikha for information and guidance. A mode of assessment হচ্ছে evaluate clarity and organization of chart, evaluate understanding of different career paths and required education and ট্রেনিং। তো এই ছিল 2024 সালের যে সামার প্রজেক্ট, সেই সামার প্রজেক্টের ক্লাস 7 এবং 8-এর জন্য যে সাজেস্টেড টপিকগুলো আছে সেই সাজেস্টেড টপিক। এই টপিকগুলোর ওপরে তোমাদের স্কুল থেকে যে টপিককে সিলেক্ট করে দেয়া হবে সেই টপিকের ওপরে তোমরা বিভিন্ন যে সাবজেক্টগুলো আছে তার উপরে সামার প্রজেক্ট এই সামার ভ্যাকেশনের মধ্যে তৈরি করে সেগুলো তোমাদের স্কুলে সাবমিট করতে পারবে। তো এই ছিল আজকের ভিডিওর বিষয়বস্তু। ভিডিওটি ভালো লাগলে অবশ্যই এটাকে একটা লাইক করো, চ্যানেলে নতুন এসে থাকলে চ্যানেলকে সাবস্ক্রাইব করার সাথে সাথে পাশের বেল বাটনে প্রেস করো যাতে করে পরবর্তীকালে এই ধরনের ভিডিওর লিঙ্ক তোমরা সরাসরি পেতে পারো। দেখা হবে নেক্সট ভিডিওতে। টিল দেন গুড বাই অ্যান্ড থ্যাংক ইউ।